Hello and welcome to the left side of reality. This is your host as always, Snow the First. Last time, we managed to get through the claw, and relatively painlessly too, which was nice. I appreciate challenges in this game not giving me too much trouble, especially after how many weeks it took to get past both Hakma and Bina. But this time, unfortunately, there are more hard challenges that need to be faced. So this time it's gonna be all the upper layer core suppressions, struggling with them until we reach meltdown level 6 and meet energy quota. Now the reason I'm on this screen in particular is that I want to ask, is there anything that we need to do before we hit the start button, like any last second changes that are worth getting into? That's Misona. She currently has Da Capo and Justita. I guess the important detail there is the Justita outfit. If need be, we do always have You Must Be Happy here on standby. But we'll see how it happens. Alright, and similar to the very first time we did the Malkuth core suppression, I have here a notepad and a pencil, because that's a thing we have to deal with. Oh boy. Everyone else should be okay then, I hope. Still have a missing slot in Central Command 1 because of moving Galena down, but Central Command has so many agents, it should hopefully not be too much of an issue. And right, we grabbed something. We grabbed two things, actually. Forgot about that. See if I can't boost your temperament's injustice somehow. You really need it. Get off the screen. Okay, if there's nothing else, then we're gonna start. Like, a lot of times when there's a core suppression like this, my main strategy is going to be focusing on the A-lifts first while I can still access them to stock up on energy early. So, before anything else, or since it doesn't seem like there's anything else, we have glitchy, transparent versions of all the old core suppression stuffs, which also means that visibility is gonna fade eventually. Not a fan of that. Okay, first and foremost, we need to start checking the works. Okay, so our first one is Instinct is Repression. This is gonna be a slow stream solely because I'm gonna be writing all this down just to have my own record. Insight is insight. As very unfortunate as it was, everyone should be high enough level at this point where a bad work is impossible. Fingers crossed. Attachment is instinct, so instinct is attachment. Adam's not even in this department. He's all the way down in extraction. Okay, you know, it only just now occurred to me as I was doing this. We can use this time to finish wrapping up talk on, Now, I've been having trouble with that gauge, actually. I can't get it to start at 0. Because it's the first time I fiddled with gauges like this, but for right now, it's just stuck at 200, because I can't be arsed at this point. Okay, Galena, what's our new abnormality? Oh, this guy! Should we prioritize Child of the Galaxy, or... Wait, why does it say I have 2 grinders if I can only access 1? Was that a glitch? What? That's weird. Okay, Noah, while we still have the ability, do censor. No one's stats are debuffed yet. On that same day, in that same vein, Mountain of Smiling Bodies can be Adam. Just completely try and max out on energy while we still have the capability. Oh, speaking of which, we need a wipeout extraction. We need a wipeout extraction, both for Queenie and to make things easier for us later on down the road. Oh, ooh. I completely forgot all the works were mixed up. I immediately started treating this like a normal day. What's the thing for bad? It's 10. Well, Adam's gonna live, but we're also gonna lose a Clypot with Mountain. I don't think it's, should we reset or should we just leave it? I completely forgot that was a thing we were doing today. I'm gonna say for right now we don't reset, simply because Adam is fine after my screw up. So yeah, as long as there's no corpses nearby, Mountain should be put right back in the box if need be. I'll just do that for right now while I continue to mop up the A-lifts that are in the area. Okay, this one I'm definitely not gonna screw up if I can help it, because I do not want the P to break out. Or, greed. Okay, now that we've done that, we had basically reached more or less the end of the rain battle, or however you would pronounce that. Rain is a very tragic story, although there's actually a now repression is attachment. That's what I did wrong. Now I see how I screwed it up so bad. Also, Tatiana is such a powerful agent that even by directly sabotaging their work, I still did it well. Okay. Oh, repression is... Okay. Well, it was quote-unquote the... Oh, now I'm just all confused. Okay, Tatiana can't have wandered too far. Yep, there they are. This is a very silly start to the day. That 0.2 black resistance, jeez. So anyways, there was an interesting detail about Rain that I saw pointed out, and it's that if you look at the passives for like the second half of the battle, then you'll see that Rain actually started ignoring the prescripts they got on their beeper because he was just that focused on battling Ryoshu. Which also explains why we then have a bunch of Index people hunting down Rain when all is said and done. Okay, that decreases the chances of Mountain busting out when everyone is on lowered stats. Now to try and avoid that shit again. Yep. I guess with two Aleph weapons of its weak spot, it just stands no chance. And Exivate. Okay, next we're going to our Vogs for high box earners. Just earn as many boxes early as possible to then be able to back off and focus on low boxes later. You're just gonna push the day. Perhaps the most poignant part of the green fight is at the very end, when we do the now traditional, the sinner in focus uses their base ego against the boss as a finisher, where Rain, where Ryoshu draws Ariashiki for one last time. Not Misona like we wanted, but it did happen. Anyways, Ryoshu draws Ariashiki on Rain one last time to slash at him, and it triggers a flashback where Rain is at a beach and he's there with what's implied to be his original daughter that he had, and the daughter is asking, hey, why do waves knock down sandcastles? And I think the general idea of what Rain was saying is there's no deeper meaning to it. The waves can make sandcastles, and the waves knock them back down. It was something like that, anyways. We've already reached the end of the first cycle. Alright, just gonna Punishing Bird to push things along. Mirror of Adjustment. I think I'll just leave it. I don't feel like we really want to mess with Mirror this late in the game. Where would be the best place to take out, well, I guess healing, take out 3 from here. Ryoshu asks how the waves sound, and Rain says that the waves sound lonely. It's actually a very, it's very sad. Okay, how are we gonna test this? Pansy, do repression on... What are we having here? See if it's the same or not. Yep, repression is still attachment. So either that was an incredibly lucky coincidence, or it does hold for different across 2 meltdown levels. It would be nice if it did, because it means that the dawn's gonna happen, and then we're just gonna let it pass. Okay, instinct is repression, so this should be fine. Yep. Insight is still insight, so Noah should have no issues doing another round of censored. 6 meltdown levels isn't actually a lot. It's basically an hour if I were rushing it. But the issue is that we can't afford to rush it. Why does Georgia say very high specifically? That's very odd. If you didn't have Magical Girl on, I would actually consider it. He does, actually. I think from all the time I had him grind with, all the time I had them grind with Magical Girl. Meanwhile, Galena's just down here completely ignored, because there isn't anything in particular I want her to do right now. Why did your success rate not reset? Why is it still at 4? Yeah, that should have reset. What? That's a glitch. As you can see the punishing bird I did to, like, move things over. That's weird. Well, just to be safe then, I'm gonna pick someone with high black damage to deal with this. Dia. So, did you have any thoughts about Rain's final moments? Or rather, the final moments in the battle? We'll reach his actual final moments in a little bit. The battle itself. Oh hey, Brimcon! Chaos is happening. Also, if you're wondering about the bar at the lower right corner, first of all, it's not accurate, it should be at 0, not 200. And second of all, it's a thing I'm doing right now, where if people want me to immediately play Library of Ruina after this game, then they bribe me to play Ruina. Otherwise, if you want to chat or have any advice for how to deal with this day, that is also welcome. I've been on this game for like very long time now, so I am considering a break to avoid a bit of Project Moon burnout, but I am amendable to changing my mind. Is basically what the point of the meter is. I should probably grab the Heart of Aspiration for Tatiana, so Tatiana could do fun damage for us. Fair enough. We were talking about Limbus Company, if you're familiar with that. Fair enough. gacha is not everyone's cup of tea. This is our other Bob. I say we take this. Yeah, it makes Rain an ultimately pitiable character, even if his actions are still terrible. It's kind of like, he's part of the Index, so he's got to do what the prescript says, no matter what. Any other VODs we haven't mined yet? There's Queen Bee, but I'm always a bit touchy about Queen Bee. I would rather avoid it if at all possible. Oh, diffraction. Fair point. Galena got a nice fortitude boost after all the work she did on diffraction. Anyways, what happens after that is a bit odd. I think for the first time ever, a Kanto ending node is neither a dungeon or a battle space. Like, I think that's been the trend for every Kanto before this point. It's either been a dungeon, which has usually been the norm, or if it's at least a battle space, like Heathcliff, Honglu, or Honglu. But the final node of this particular Kanto is actually a story beat, to basically indicate what everyone has been doing after the everything. You know what? I'm just gonna keep pushing this. For lack of anything else, Snow Queen is good at boxes. What specific actions are we taking to prep for Ordeal? Oh right, the 3 big groups. Should I do my same strategy as last time and do it by damage types, or should I just not care? Because I did it by damage types last time, but that did have some issues. Also, remind me what were the key elevators for this? Like, I think it was here and here. Okay, you guys will officially be the Red Fixer Killer Squad. Just gonna divide everyone up first, and then worry about it later. Okay, starting from the top, we have Skullbro, Crumbling Armor, Punishing Bird. Down here in information, we have Soda, Bidet, Shylock, Big Bird, Fragment, Bloodbath, Snow Queen, 1.76, Knight, Scorched Girl, Happy Teddy Bear, Yin, Blue Star, Burrowing Heaven, Old Faith, Yang, Queen of Hatred, Skin Prophecy, King, Queen Bee, Funeral of Dead Butterflies. Down here we have Censored, Flesh Idol, Letitia, Backward Clock, Disciplinary, Little Prince, Snow White's Apple, Judgment Bird, Luminous Bracelet, Your Shoots, Big and Wilby, Horcubus, Mountain of Smiling Bodies. And down here in the very lonely this place, we have All Around Helper, Rudolph of the Sleigh, and Dimensional Refraction variant. And this thing we technically don't know the name of. That just kind of got neglected because it's kind of crazy right now. Yes, literal small child. Not the worst layout, not the best layout either. Did I hit on your damage, people? This is black damage. This is white damage. I may as well have red be over here instead. You want to talk to me about paying the price of silence? Ask Ekamak how Hawkma went. Because I'm too busy to focus on this, but ask Ekamak how Hawkma went. What was it? 2, 3 Hawkmas in a row? That was Violet Midnights? It was stupid. And then on the run that was successful, what am I thinking? On the run that was successful, by that time it was getting close to midnight in my time, so I was getting very sleepy. And I was getting very sleepy, which in turn meant I was getting a bit sloppy. So I ended up pausing when I didn't mean to. But by that point, I was so sick of Hawkma that it was like, you know what? I'm resetting anyways. I'm just gonna jump ahead and finish this Iron Forsaken Core Suppression. Well, the good news is even though... Oh, I forgot to actually put them with the rest of the black fruit. The good news is because I reset, any deaths that happened in Hawkma were undone. And even the lost armor got kept anyways. I actually did Hakma before Bina, so I didn't have the always keep ego armor buff yet, but we managed to not lose any armor permanently, even though people did die. I should not have gotten that lucky, all things considered. Alright, gameplay's gonna be a smidge dull while I do the finer points of dealing with this. Wait, who's up here? Am I getting things mixed up? Oh, pale damage. We don't have anyone that's pale damage yet. Those will have to be their own little unit. You know what? I might just 2-speed this just to make it easier. Okay, you're the first pale, you're the other pale, and you're red. So you two, go lower information. You're red, so you go with the red crew. Rose, what are you doing here? While you're at it, since I'm very okay with poking fun of myself, tell Brimcon what happened with Queen of Hatred. It's just basically become our tradition at this point, whenever someone new enters. To tell Brimcon about my fumble with the Queen of Hatred. Okay, Extraction is staying right where they are, and I think they also stay where they are. Yeah, I keep these guys down here on the off chance censored as an issue. Speaking of censored, this is just about everyone, so I'm gonna start moving people to their positions. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Oh, that is the wrong crew. I need the red damage crew to go to records. So yeah, I'd actually had an idea of the infamous reputation that Queen of Hatred had, but it's like, maybe people were just playing a little too cautious. Maybe there's a way that she can be dealt with. And it's like, nope, I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. She's infamous for a reason. Where are you again? You're taking... I mean, look at her. Look at her. I can't think of anything else I need to do, so we'll run it. Oh, I'm starting to have trouble seeing things now because of the Assad. Okay, it's Black Fixer here. That's that's not great. Really, the big concern right now is what am I thinking? Judgment Bird. So what I might do is grab Gabriella's group, or grab Gabriella specifically, and call her back down so she can grab Judgment Bird as soon as it melts. So that's oh, no you guys don't. Did I already kill you? I think I see a name, so yep. Also, we need to see what the new work patterns are, or at least see what insight is. Insight and repression, we need to see those ASAP. This got a lot more stressful than it should have. It's very annoying that we got the ideal noon, but we can't do anything with it. We have to get past this first. Okay, I don't think anyone's gonna die from this, so... Speaking of HOD, since the noon is spawning now, that means that it shouldn't be it should be before the HOD effect, right? At least I think so. Ashley, I need you to see some things for me. Summer, you do shy look. And that's what we're gonna start with. I'm going to run it until they reach the work cells and then pause when the work pops up. Because I don't think anyone's actually in danger of dying right now from the kill crew. Okay, instinct is attachment. I feel like we know most of our insight is repression. And we need one more. Meanwhile, how's this crew over here doing? They're doing okay. Maxim is losing a lot of SP, but should be manageable. Misona, you're one of our fastest. Grab one sim. Well, I don't know who's fastest, but you're both pretty fast, so zoom up there before the black fixer is killed. Yeah, good point. Okay, attachment is instinct. Which means by process of elimination, repression is insight. Instinct attachment, insight repression, attachment instinct, repression insight. So that's what we need for the bird. Repression insight. And this will last us for 2 levels. Meanwhile, how are we doing over here? Still doing fine. You guys should be able to kill with no problems. It's what happens after that's a concern. Okay, everyone stick around here. Both the heal up and then so you can do works. Up, that's the first one. Okay, Luminous Bracelet we can let it expire without much issue. It's everything else that we can't afford to leave. Oof, everyone's in a kind of roughish shape. So, repression for you, because that's currently insight. You need repression, which is insight. Although who's gonna handle you, I don't know. Who's nearest that could do it? Delaney. Oh god, I hate this interface thingy. Anyone else that's close by that could do some good? Georgia, you take Little Prince then. And Luminous Bracelet will leave alone. Or you know what? At this point, we'll just click and drag. Why am I not doing that? Repression. Okay, that means that the next two ordeals are guaranteed to be white and red. Yep. And we aren't dealing with Hod's debuffs, thankfully. But not too much so, because we still have a few work cycles before we, we'll basically delete clerks wherever the ordeals pop up. Emma and Max and Mutual are usually downstairs, so send you back. Gabriella can stay there. Okay, I guess for the rest of this particular cycle, we just, do the thing. Instinct attachment, that's what we first figured. Okay, I think everyone else is back in their little cubby holes for next time. Yeah. I need a double, triple check just to make sure. No one's suffered from HOD yet, right? Yeah, I still see blue numbers. I'm gonna keep an extra close eye on that. Oh, what's insight right now? Repression. What happens with an abnormality like, censored? When one of the work types isn't what it usually is? I have no issues leaving censored alone, if need be. When you say mild, mild how? Oh. What's repression right now? Insight is repression. Instinct, then, I think I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So what's that right now? It's attachment. You know, once with Yasad was enough. I did not need this in my life a second time. Yeah. I was thinking, where the heck had I even left off with that, what I was talking about? Yeah, ending with a story node. So it basically details everything that everyone did after the raid, kind of, oh god, not this again. I made the same mistake again. Sigh. This is what happens when I'm all aflustered. Well, it's already done. I guess while we are dealing with it that way, then I'm just gonna keep going with what I'm saying. Ow. I think the saddest thing about the epilogue text is what it initially says, which is the first thing that it says is that Sod went on an indefinite leave of absence, which on one hand you can definitely understand why she would want to. But on the other hand, she's been our ally for so long now, and it's kind of sad to see her go. Yep, that's Tatiana. Oh, Tatiana's still down here. I guess they stuck around after before. Well, that's handy. We also aren't going to be seeing Alyssa for a while by the looks of it, because it says that she got moved into some kind of long-term recovery ward. Because she had to deal with the spiral. And as for Hohenheim's life decided to try and play it off as cool. It's described as, oh, a half-hearted wave of the hand. Just kind of went back to doing what Hohenheim does. This is what I meant to do. I meant to do attachment with the wolf, not mountain. God. I mean, I guess if there's a good news to be taken from the epilogue, it's that Sod is still alive. She's not part of Limbus for the time being, but she's alive. Which I think is a good thing. I like Sod. And it's kind of interesting how, the golden bows felt like a bit of an afterthought this time around. Because after all was said and done, it just kind of made a mention of, oh, by the way, the stolen golden bows were in a red backpack. Arya's backpack. And yeah, it's good we got them back, but it definitely felt kind of perfunctory. No new golden bows. Just the same ones. That we already had. The first bit of new information from the epilogue is the ultimate fate of Reen. Like I mentioned before, it's heavily implied that they actively stopped doing bad. He actively stopped listening to the prescripts after a certain point, so of course the proxies came after him. But even deeply injured, he was still very powerful. So he dispatched the proxies soon enough. And as in keeping with the whole Reen being forced to imitate Roland thing, he slumped against a wall in a very similar way to Roland, and he got a prescript again. And then the prescript was to recite Roland's poem from his bad ending. And it's very funny that it's at this point, this specific point, that Rain's like, "This is stupid. I'm not doing this." Well, I don't know what the context of this poem is, so for the time being, it's just lost on me. But I guess I'll get there eventually. Anyways. Ray knew that he was going to be hunted by proxies for the rest of eternity, and he was mortally wounded anyways, so he decided to end it all right then and there. So he referred back to his weapon to get something to end himself with, and his weapon thing pulled out a poon, a spork. And the absurdity of that just made Reen laugh, because it is a very absurd situation. What's instinct right now? Attachment is instinct right now. Just have her run all over the place. Oh, I think the next work is gonna be time to roll again, so I'm going to go back to normal speed. And you know what? I'm actually gonna have you go to Scorched Girl. As our thing turner. So I have time to just kind of collect myself while while waiting for the next thing to take over. Anyways, Rain's final words is that Ryoshu forgot to unfreeze him from the game of freeze tag they were doing, and then stab himself in the head with a spoon. I love that Ryoshu's stubborn existence of calling a spork that has just been adopted as the official stance of Okay, who are you? You're the red fixer, down by Galena. And the white fixer is right there. Cool, I hate that. I think this is the black damage, this is the clue to that anyways. Okay, right now the sweep attack wouldn't actually hit anyone, I don't think. If it points straight up, yeah, I think this is more or less out of reach of everyone. Unless you're worried about the people down here. Would it reach them? Because I could always move them over here. Anyway, red damage team. Go over here. And when you reach your target, you're going to, the hot debuffs have hit at this point. Which means I gotta be super careful of who I send down there. Currents might be in danger now. It might be for the best to have him sit out. Do we even know what meltdown cycle we're on at this point? Okay, currents, sit this out. Because you only have he armor, and that's very dangerous right now. We're also going to make liberal use of a shield. So, before I move it, before I run it, do we have, what am I saying? Do we have Tatiana hold off white while I babysit the red fixer crew? What do I... You're gonna finish your sentence there? Oh, you did finish. Okay, okay, I see. Okay, I should probably... Okay, move over there. Okay, the good news is that everyone else has sky-high red defense, although I'll spare it a bullet just in case. Okay, it hit Adam a tiny bit, but we're good on that count. Yeah, it's doing the SP reduction miss. Woof, that covers a wide area. There is no one in Central Command right now. Oh, clerks. It hasn't affected them yet, although I'll wipe out a couple of clerks just to be safe. This one? Yep. Had a feeling. And we wiped out disciplinary earlier, so that's not a big deal anymore. Kill at 5. The real question is, what are we gonna do if an Aleph gets hit with a meltdown? Because there is a chance of that once we deal with the fixers. White fixer's gonna hit this area over here. Seems to be going right in that corridor. Galena 2, you're getting out. I should probably grab the rest of my anti-white fixer crew and send them down. I love just a little boot. Oh, that's the beam. Sending them up was a mistake. Or... should I hit them all with a white bullet to protect them? Because otherwise they might panic. Might hit you guys with the white lace. White. Okay. Oof, they still took some white damage. But not enough for a panic. Okay, I really need to be careful. Oh, that is the counter stance. I hate you. gonna toss a white bullet and a HP bullet just for pansy. Don't know if it'll actually hit them, but just in case. What's our best course of action then for right now? Just wait until they meet Whitefoots in the elevator or down in the hallway of architecture. Where are you going exactly? You went up, you bitch. And you ran right into Gabriella. You're lovely, Gabriella, but you are actually the worst person for this right now. Because you might die to your own weapon. Down here, so in case of the laser beam. Okay, what are you doing? That's the straight line, so just kind of pivot. Or no, wait, that is the... That's the arc. And I'm not sure I can move these guys out in time. Over here. And then just white bullets for everyone else, and hope to God it's enough. Oh, the bottom floor? Okay. Guys, stop attacking me. Move. Oh, hi. You're covering the entire area with white mist now. I hate that. And 2 clerks died because of that. Disagree with him on what exactly? You have spores, so you were spared, but move over here anyways. How long does this mist go for? Is there anyone's SP I should be worried about at this point? I'm gonna use up all my bullets at this point just for this. Basil dropped the lowest. Wait, where? Oh, hi. That's Currents. We have Tiffany nearby. Tiffany has Spore, so she should be able to knock our friend here back to his senses. You do have Spore, right? No, you don't. What do I do now then? Well, first of all, we don't even know. They're all the way up here. Unless we have one over here that's relatively closer. I have no idea what your weapon is. Oh, you have Spore. You could help. I don't want this to be a reset. We're so far into the night. I am not having another panic if I can help it. What is your panic type exactly? You seem to just be running, so hopefully that just means Wanderer. Okay, Misona, you have the capo, so you also try to intercept him. It's all down to where the heck the guy goes, unfortunately. Can't really control it beyond that. And we can't stay on the pause screen forever. Does Wander cause other people to panic? Could then kill this guy. We're gonna run out of execution bullets at this point. Or bullets just in general. What are you doing? If it's counter stance, run. Oh, that's just a straight line. Go the other way then. Yep, made it. Good news is that, okay, if you're going this way, then 0 chances of things going wrong. good news is that we're getting close to the halfway point of this thing's health bar. Oh, there's Misona. Where the hell did currents go? Yep, there it is. Okay, down in extraction for right now. That's actually excellent. Misona can corner him there. Like, if he just goes all the way down the hall, Misona will catch him before he goes back out. At least that's my hope. And you know what? Just to guarantee it happens, don't know why I didn't do this earlier. Central Commands is just going to get wiped out at this point, just because it's where the White Fixer said it could go. Yeah, I think Central Command is done with Nuggets. Or do we even still have Nuggets left? A few places, we should be fine. Yeah, Misona's gonna intercept him, so that's not a problem. Nope, it's the straight line. Move. What the? Okay, at this point we might need one of the long-range people if we can find them. I think Bella's one of them. Summer is. And here I thought the couple was fast enough for it to be not an issue. Tell me why it's a bad place before we start again. Ah. So, do I call off the attack until it goes somewhere more convenient? Because that is an option. just kind of let it wander around until it goes somewhere nicer. Okay, by my personal estimate, it's going to die very soon, unless it does the counter stance again, like right here. So if it dies here and it's pointed this way, what's it gonna hit? My thought is to kind of let it wander a bit until it reaches this section of records, or welfare, so that it only hits welfare and maybe records. And I can just move them somewhere else. Oh, Summer lost a lot of SP. Not if I stop it. And do a white bullet, just maybe do a white bullet just to be sure. No, do not attack that. Attack him. Okay, stay in this room for right now. Let's see what happens. I have no idea how many bullets we have at this point. What are you gonna do now, Bite Fixer? Okay, you're doing the straight beam right now. That's not a problem. You're not gonna hit anyone, I don't think. Yeah, that's fine. That's less fine. And now you're doing this. No. Now they're in information. Okay, White Fixer got the information. Now what? I didn't expect this to be the sore point. Uh-oh. The bird hit 4, which means the mountain's at 1. And I have no idea where the usual killers for the mountain are. Everything got all mixed up. What are you doing? You're doing the straight line. Will you die before then? Okay, currents is fixed. Then I'm gonna have my last bullet be a white bullet, just to protect them from the death throws, as needed. That's the art. I think this might be a reset. We might have just hit a reset at this point. When did Punishing Bird get hurt? What the fuck is happening in this? Yeah, I think this attempt is cooked. Hello. Unfortunately, you got here at the end. Our attempt ended in failure because of a white fixer. Unless there's like some other way this can be salvaged. Yep. The white fixer's dead. That's not a problem. The problem is that everyone's panicking. Okay. Okay. In an attempt to salvage this, I'm gonna have all the white damage people over here, which is where I move them. Get these guys. The problem is I think someone might have died. I think someone might have gotten on the wrong end of the Punishing Bird, because it's like badly damaged. Yeah, someone died. Ugh, our Exave wielder. Yeah, that's a reset. Or, well, we have the armor, we just lost the person. Which elevator do you mean? I think it's only summer here. Misona's nearby, so she might be able to get it. Get her before she does anything drastic. Murder, it's looking like. I'm gonna try as a last desperate ditch to see if I can save the people here. And if not, then yeah. Oh, that's two Wanderers, and I'm not sure what you are. It was a good run until it wasn't. Automa... Bye. That was such a good setup, too. But White Fixer... Okay. Okay. What do you mean exactly by who do you have? Oh, well, you can see them right now. This over here, the question mark, is Child of the Galaxy. Alright. 3 seconds, and I'm gonna scroll up. 3, 2, 1. Here's the middle layer. Switching away from middle layer in 3, 2, 1. Let's try not to do that too much, because that does cost energy. Plus, we can only do that so many times. It is mildly demoralizing to reach the end of a Core Suppression as a failure, but that's just how it goes. I want to see if I can finagle another... there's a reason I do these weekly. Okay, if I still don't have work on Monday, then I might do another attempt, because Monday feels like the best day for it. Otherwise, the next attempt on this is going to be next Friday. And the thing is, we really don't have much that can kill White Fixer. Or the problem with White Fixer is that counter stance. We can't throw our most powerful stuff at it. We might never get a noon that's immediately after the dawn again either. So that's gonna be a thing to think about. Well, alright. Sorry you came at the end, Peppy. My general stream time is from 8 to 10, unless something happens that forces it to go for longer, in which case I start at 7 and can go all the way to midnight. Join us back here on Friday or Monday, depending on how I can swing it, to attempt this again. And for all the viewers that might just be coming here to repeat, ignore what the meter says. Ignore what the little thing at the lower right says. It's supposed to be at 0. If $200 is raised, I will play Library of Ruina immediately after Lobotomy Corporation. Whenever I finish it, at least. So, next, I'm going to think about what I did wrong, see if there's any mistakes I can fix, and hopefully next time we do this, we can win. But I need to go to bed, so thanks to everyone that was watching, and I'll see you all next week, or Monday.